Most people over 60 are told the same thing, just walk more. And in many ways that advice is true. Walking keeps you active. It supports your heart. It helps you stay independent. But here is what no one tells you. You can walk every single day and still feel your legs getting heavier. You sit for a while, then stand up, and something feels off. Your feet feel colder than they used to. Your balance is not as steady in simple moments at home. Not while you are walking down the street, but when you stand up from a chair, when you turn in the kitchen, when you step off a curb. And this is where it becomes dangerous. Because these are not just small inconveniences. These are early warning signs. When the signals between your brain and your muscles begin to fade, your body stops reacting in time. Your steps become slower. Your balance becomes delayed. And that is exactly how falls happen. Not all at once, but gradually, quietly, until one moment your body cannot correct itself anymore. So let me ask you a direct question. If walking is enough, why does this still happen? This is where most people misunderstand what is really going on. It is not that your body is suddenly getting weak. In many cases, your muscles are still there, but they are no longer being activated the way they used to be. The connection is fading. Walking is movement, but movement alone is not enough. You need activation, always. Think muscles, because if the muscles that control circulation, balance, and stability are not being activated, they begin to shut down. And walking alone does not fully restore those signals. That is why certain small movements begin to feel harder, even when you are doing everything right. And if nothing changes, those small difficulties can turn into serious limitations. The good news is this. You do not need complicated workouts. You do not need a gym. These 3 simple exercises directly target the muscles that walking misses, and they help restore the exact systems your body depends on to stay stable, responsive, and safe. Stay with me, because the last movement is often the one that makes the biggest difference. And before we go further, I would love to know where you are watching from today. Tell me your name and your city in the comments. The first movement is called the heel raise. And this may look simple, but do not underestimate what it does. Your calf muscles are not just for walking. They act like a second heart for your lower body. Every time they contract, they push blood from your feet back up toward your heart. When these muscles stop activating properly, circulation slows down. That is when people begin to notice heavy legs, cold feet, and that sluggish feeling after sitting. Walking alone does not always activate this system enough. That is the missing piece. Now let's do this together. Stand behind a sturdy chair or a kitchen counter. Place your feet about hip-width apart. Rest your hands lightly for balance, not to hold your weight. From here, slowly lift your heels off the ground and rise onto the balls of your feet. Move with control. Do not rush this. At the top, pause for about 1 to 2 seconds. Feel the muscles in your calves tighten. Then slowly lower your heels back down. Do not drop them. The lowering phase is just as important as the lift. Repeat this for 10 to 12 repetitions. If your body feels comfortable, you can go up to 15. If it feels difficult, do not force it. Lift your heels only partway. If it feels easy, hold the top position a little longer and increase the time under tension. As you continue, pay attention to what you feel. Many people notice a gentle warmth building in their lower legs. That is not random. That is circulation improving in real time. Blood is starting to move again through areas that may have been stagnant. That warmth is circulation coming back. The second movement is the squat, and this is where things become very real. Most people think strength is about walking longer or moving more, but that is not where the real risk is. Falls do not usually happen while you are walking forward. They happen in transitions, standing up from a chair, sitting down, shifting your weight. That is where control matters most. The squat directly trains these exact moments. It strengthens your thighs, your hips, and your glutes, the muscles responsible for lifting your body and controlling your position against gravity. Now let's go step by step. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Keep your chest open and your spine tall. From here, slowly push your hips back as if you are about to sit down in a chair. Then bend your knees and lower yourself with control. Do not rush. This is not about speed. It is about precision. Go only as low as feels comfortable. You do not need to go deep. Even a small range of motion is effective if it is controlled. Then press through your heels and return to a standing position. Again, slow and steady. Aim for 8 to 10 repetitions. If this feels difficult, use a real chair. Sit down fully, then stand back up. That is still a perfect squat. If it feels easy, pause for 1 to 2 seconds at the bottom before standing. That pause builds control where most people are weakest. As you repeat this movement, you are not just building strength. You are retraining how your body handles real life. Every time you sit, every time you stand, your body is learning to stay stable instead of collapsing under pressure. And that is the difference. Because again, most falls do not happen when you are walking. They happen in the moment you change position. The third movement is called marching in place. And this is the one most people underestimate, but it often has the biggest impact. Walking moves your body forward in a continuous rhythm. It is smooth, almost automatic. But that also means each leg does not have to fully control the movement on its own. Marching changes that completely. It slows everything down. It forces each leg to work independently. And this is where balance is rebuilt. Not. Stand upright with your feet about hip width apart. If you need support, stay close to a chair or a counter. From here, slowly lift one knee a few inches off the ground. Do not swing it. Lift it with control. Then lower it back down and switch to the other leg. Move slowly. This is critical. The slower you go, the more your brain reconnects with the muscles that control balance. If you rush, you lose that signal. Keep your breathing steady. Do not hold your breath. Let your body stay relaxed while your muscles stay engaged. Continue for 20 steps, about 10 on each side. If this feels challenging, lift your knee just slightly. Even a small movement is enough to activate the system. If it feels easy, hold your knee at the top for about 2 seconds before lowering. That pause builds control and stability. As you continue, you may start to feel your hips working more, your core engaging, and your body becoming more stable with each step. This is not just movement. This is coordination returning. Walking is still one of the best things you can do for your health. It keeps your body moving. It supports your heart. It helps you stay active as you get older. But now you understand the truth most people miss. Walking alone is not enough. What your body really needs is activation, circulation in the lower legs, strength in the muscles that lift and support you, coordination between your hips, your core, and your balance system. These 3 simple movements bring all of that back online. You are not just exercising, you are restoring 3 critical systems your body depends on every single day. Circulation, strength, and coordination, working together. And here is the part you need to remember. You are not losing strength because of age. Your muscles simply stopped receiving the right signals. And the moment you restore those signals, your body begins to respond again. That sense of stability you thought was fading is not gone. It has just been inactive. So take a few minutes and try these movements today. Move slowly. Stay consistent. Give your body the chance to rebuild what it already knows how to do. And if this helped you, subscribe and stay with us. Because what you do next could protect your body for years to come.